Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sensing a sort of hush descending over the room. There may be one or two more people coming in, but I thought I'd make a start since time is up. This is my favourite bit of the conference. This is the opportunity that we have to celebrate people who've made a special contribution to our discipline in many different ways. And one thing I find particularly nice about it is the range of different ways in which we are able to recognise people this afternoon. So it's great that you've been able to join us, and welcome to the Royal Statistical Society annual awards ceremony. This is the third time we've done it at the conference, and I think that's a tradition that I'm pleased to continue and hope will continue for many years to come, because we have a wider group of people here. We have people from 25 countries at the conference, and that's a chance to demonstrate the kind of global reach of the society and the fact that we are kind of involving people from so many different aspects of statistics. So we have four main categories of awards, and I've got different people helping me with different elements of it. And I'm going to start with the Awards for Excellence in Official Statistics. This is the fifth year we've offered awards for official statistics, and the aim is to reward good practice, focusing on meeting the needs of the full range of users. This year, we asked for examples of excellent presentation and of innovative statistical practices which have improved the experience for users. The entries received covered a wide range of initiatives and were of a very high standard, and those colleagues who joined me on the judging panel had a huge task, but a very exciting task, to try and sift through and work out who the winners should be. So the result of that difficulty was that I think it's the first time we've actually awarded two winners in the official statistics category. So we're going to have both of them up this afternoon. Now, to help me with this particular category, I'm very pleased to welcome Andrew Dilnott, Chair of the UK Statistics Authority, to help me present the awards and come up to the stage now and tell us about them and read the citations. Andrew.
Thank you, John. It's lovely to be here, and it is very exciting. And I had great fun looking at the winning contributions. So we begin with the most improved statistical release, and the overall winner for the most improved statistical release is the Scottish Government Children and Families Statistics Team, which was awarded for excellent use of context, positive user feedback, and high impact. And the team members include Carrie Graham, Denise MacLeod, and Ian Vollant. And I think Ian is here to receive the award. Is Ian? Yes, Ian is indeed here to receive the award. And this is a bit of work that actually came across my desk with my Statistics Authority hat on. It came to the assessment committee, and I got nominated to look at it. And it's, if any of you haven't looked at it yet, it is a wonderful example of how clear we can make these things. So Ian, come on. We'll get better at doing this as by the time we're over, we'll be completely all over it. So moving on to the Excellence in Official Statistics winners, there are two joint winners, and the first we are going to announce is the Ministry of Justice Data Lab team. Team members are Anne-Marie Jordan, Georgina Eaton, Tilly Paul, Nicola Webb and James Riley. And the commendation that goes with this award says, for the use of statistical techniques to assess success or failure in a critical area, and for the exceptionally close way MOJ statisticians have worked with their users, mainly non-statisticians, to provide the most useful possible service, and for the way feedback was both encouraged and acted upon. So the Ministry of Justice Data Lab team, I think Nicola Webb and possibly others from the team are here to receive the award. Yes, they are. Wonderful. Come on up. And again, for those of you who have not looked at this is a wonderful example of use of administrative data helping people doing interesting interventions to see whether what they're doing is actually working. And then the other joint winners in this category, Excellence in Official Statistics, is the National Energy Efficiency Data Framework, NEED, team from DEC for their National Energy Efficiency Data Framework. The team members are Mark Garner, Mary Gregory, Victoria Obudulu, Claire Pinney, and Sam Stadnick. And the commendation says that this award is given for the statistical innovation used to create the database from a variety of sources and for the way in which it helps householders to assess their energy use, as well as providing more information about energy saving potential generally. And I think Mary Gregory and possibly some other members of the team are here to collect the award. Yes. And again, if you haven't been on the site and found out ways in which you could reduce your energy consumption, this is a marvellous and genuinely enjoyable use of statistics. So go there.
Thank you, Andrew, for that. The next category is the Award for Statistical Excellence in the Pharmaceutical Industry. And this is the fourth time we have done this award, which we do jointly with the Society for Statisticians in the Pharmaceutical Industry, PSI. And the aim of this award is to recognise an outstanding level of influence in the application of an existing statistical practice or an innovation that has strengthened the quality and efficiency of investigations in the pharmaceutical industry. So I'm particularly delighted to invite Robert Cuff from the PSI to help present this award. Robert.
Thanks very much, John. The award this year has been given to Craig Mallinckrodt of Eli Lilly. And Craig has won the award for years of work on the problem of missing data, tying together the analysis of missing data, the creation of a base of code in collaboration with people from many other companies in industry to create something that's used widely now in pharma, railing against the regulatory agencies for their misinterpretation or their misapplication of ways to analyse missing data where that's been right. And also in his work on the design of studies to prevent missing data from happening in the first place. It's a wonderful body of work and it was all tied together in his book, which was published last year. To be quite honest, he's a poster child for what we seek to recognise with this award. And PSI is a professional body. We can't hope to have our members break new methodological ground, but we can hope that they will take the work that others have done and can tie together the disparate strains that appear in the academic literature into a coherent whole, and to make that understandable for the people, for the jobbing statisticians who are working on a day-to-day basis, which is something that Craig has done. But it's not only that that's impressive, it's his dedication to the simple maxim that prevention is better than cure, but unfortunately also infinitely less glamorous. The films always focus on the kind of the triumphant surgeon flushed with adrenaline as he kind of comes up from the almost corpse with the scalpel, having saved the day, and not really on the slightly frazzled, harassed GP who's dispensing statins and carefully worded advice about weight management and diet in order to prevent one heart attack in 100 people. And the same goes in the field of data. The searing intellect and insight that's required to do a good analysis of a difficult problem is clear for all to see. But the hours spent on phone calls talking to the innumerate and explaining to them why it's important to avoid missing data and the steps you can take when you're designing a case report form. The most boring job in all of pharmaceutical statistics is designing the way in which we collect data. But to do that time and time again in the tireless effort to prevent data from being missed in the first place, it shows the whole gamut of work that Craig has done over many, many years. And that's why we're proud to give him this award, and to be quite honest, to be associated with this type of work. So I hope you'll join me in congratulating Craig, although I will point out that he isn't here today to receive the award. He's based in the States. We will make sure that he does get the certificate, but I can't make any promises about any cash prizes or things that can be pawned.
Thank you very much, Robert, and we will make sure that Craig gets the award, and we had a photo opportunity for him at some suitable point wherever we manage to do it. So we now go to the third of the 4 categories, which is Awards for Statistical Excellence in Journalism. And this is now in its 8th year and has become very, very popular, no more so than this year. So the aim is to encourage excellence in journalists' use of statistics, to question, analyse and investigate the issues that affect society at large, and thereby to help citizens hold decision makers in all sectors to account. Using accessible communication of complex information, highlighting of success and exposure of important missing information. This year, we attracted the largest number of entries ever, nearly 100. And it's in the nature of such awards, therefore, that many very good entries will not have been formally recognised. We've thanked them for their interest in the awards and extended our encouragement to them in continuing to work with statistics in their journalism. And we feel now we have an alumni network that is creating a much greater awareness about bad statistical journalism, which there's still far too much of, by promoting the good. And I think that demonstrates the kind of attitude that society takes to all these kinds of things. We want to celebrate the successes and celebrate the good. Jenny Freeman, Vice President of Society, has been tireless in promoting this award and tireless in working through our very large number of applicants with a willing set of volunteers. But Jenny, welcome to the stage to present the awards to our winners.
Thank you, John. So I would just like to reflect for a moment on that number, 100, almost 100, which is almost double from last year. It's a fantastic achievement, but I did almost cry when I saw it. I had counted on there being more than last year, but not quite so many. So I did email, and I want to take this opportunity to thank the judging panel, those of you that are here, and I passed on my thanks to others, because I did email everybody and say, there's some good news and there's some bad news. So the good news is we had nearly 100 entries. And the bad news is that we've had nearly 100 entries, which does mean that what you signed up for has just got worse. But I would like to say that they rose magnificently to the challenge. It was fantastic. And we managed, we did it we delivered on deadline, and we had some brilliant entries. So the first category is the broadcast category. Now, in the broadcast category, there was one clear winner. It was the unanimous decision of the judging panel on the day. And team members, and the clear winner was the BBC 100 Women. And team members were David Botti, Adam Blenford and Fiona Crack. Now, the commendation stated that they won the award for their use of animation to effectively explore a very important issue and convey the key points. It was high impact with good graphics, and it conveyed a very clear message. So Adam Blenford and David Botti, I believe, are here to collect their award on behalf of the BBC News team. So, as I said, we did have a lot of entries, and in this category, we felt that there were 2 other entries that we'd like to commend. The first was Radio 4's More or Less programme, and the second was the Infinite Monkey Cage. So the team from More or Less were commended for their broadcast An Army of Drunken Children, which explored claims that over 300 young children had presented an accident and emergency in the previous year through drunkenness. The judges praised the way in which the programme set out its message, both clearly and simply, alerting the public to problems that arise when not considering the number in context. I mean, in particular, the idea that you have 300 children, when faced with actually how many children you could sample from in that group. The source of the data and how they were collected, and the true size of the problem when considered relative to, as I said, the number of children under 11. So unfortunately, nobody from More or Less could be here tonight, but we will indeed make sure that they receive their award and are commended. The second commendation was to the Infinite Monkey Cage team, and they were commended for their programme on risk, which sought to explore the science of risk in an engaging and fun way. They highlighted the key fact that how one views a risk has much less to do with the size of that actual risk and much more to do with your own perceptions and prejudices. And the judges were impressed by the range of examples that clearly explained the issues in a useful and simple fashion. Now, Deborah Cohen from the team that produced the programme is here on behalf of the team to collect the award. So moving on, we've now got the print category, and here there were two joint winners. There was James Ball of The Guardian and Jan Petrowski of The Economist. James Ball was given the award for his article written in the days following Margaret Thatcher's death, which examined the lasting impact of Margaret Thatcher and her policies using an analysis of historical statistical data. It was well written and accessible to the lay reader, and it explained her lasting legacy in a fair and unbiased manner. So James Ball is here to collect his award. So the second joint winner was Jan Petrowski from The Economist. His piece was commended for its good use of graphics to aid explanation and the way in which it defined key statistical concepts in an easy-to-understand way. Unfortunately, Jan Petrowski could not be with us today, but his colleague James Fransham is here to receive it on his behalf.
Jan couldn't be here today because he's now based in Brazil, but he did send on a short speech, which he wanted me to read out. It's actually quite long. It's fine. Honourable members of the Society, jurors, fellow journalists, I probably ought to begin with a statistics joke, but the odds are it will fall flat, as this one just did. So, I would simply like to thank the Society for its appreciation and say what a great honour it is to be recognised by such an august institution. And of course, congratulate the other winners. I also wish to apologise for not being here personally. My editors thought I was doing such a fine job of covering science that they dispatched me to Sao Paulo as Brazil correspondent. In a way, it is fitting that the award is being collected by a representative of The Economist, as opposed to any single author. The article would not have been what it is without the advice, support, guidance, and help of many editorial colleagues. Oliver Morton, our briefings editor, deserves special praise for patiently shepherding it through its many drafts, and also inspiring the idea of illustrating the effects of false positives and false negatives on the reliability of a body of research, which the Society, I think, noted in the citation. In fact, the article would not have seen the light of day had it not been for Oliver's and others' unwavering belief that it was an important piece on an important subject. So much so that the publication was postponed twice at the last minute because of breaking news. Being upstaged by other events may not sound like a ringing endorsement by The Economist of the importance of science and statistics, but it is. Rather than publish the article while ceding the cover to breaking news, which would have been easier since the briefing was all laid out and ready to be printed, the decision was always to hold it until the cover became available. So The Economist, in other words, takes statistics seriously, and we thank the Society for taking seriously our take on statistics. So, thank you.
So the final category is the online category, and this is the third year that the Society has made an award specifically for work published online. And we've recognised that the media increasingly use the power of the web to visualise and explain data in an accessible way. And in particular with this award, what we were keen to do was to recognise the way in which one can use the internet to deliver a story. It's not just a flat piece of print or a single animation, but it encompasses lots of different ways in which you can get a message across. The winner this year in the online category was a team of Chris Cook, Martin Staub and Cleve Jones of the Financial Times. They won for part of a 2-year project which explored social mobility and educational achievement. Their websites really exploited the potential of the internet to deliver a message using a range of different methods, including print, animation, links to the articles, links to data where the analysis was based. And in particular, Chris Cook developed his own more nuanced index for assessing school achievement, explaining clearly through the use of animation how flawed the current metric is and how this new metric was calculated. So Chris Cook and Cleve Jones are here to receive their award.
Thank you very much, Jenny, for that, and well done to all of our prize winners there. Now, we now move to the Society Honours. Now, whilst the other sets of honours are becoming traditions of the Society, these really are the longer-term traditions. And this year, we are here to award the Chambers Medal and the Guy Medals. And the Chambers Medal is named after Sir Paul Chambers, a former president of the Society and a chairman of ICI. And it's awarded to a fellow who has not held or been elected for the office of president, but has given outstanding services to the Society. And this year, the Chambers Medal is awarded to Jenny Lannon for her instrumental role in the formation and establishment of the Young Statisticians section. And you cannot have failed to miss the young statisticians around the conference today in their red shirts and unfailing smiles. And I'm sure many of us will join them for a drink this evening. But Jenny was key in the leadership of the Young Statisticians section and was its founding chair. Since its creation in 2009, the section has greatly enhanced the RSS by encouraging and enabling more statisticians in their early years of their careers to become engaged with the Society. Jenny, I hope, is here to receive her award. Jenny, please come up. And we now move finally to the Guy Medals. And these medals are named after the distinguished statistician William Guy. And they're intended to encourage the cultivation of statistics in scientific contexts and promote the application of numbers to the solution of important problems in all the relations of life to which the numerical method can be employed, with a view to determining the laws which regulate them. A wonderfully elegant Victorian form of words. We begin with the Guy Medal in bronze. And the bronze medal is awarded annually to fellows or to non-fellows who are members of a section or a local group for a paper or papers read to a section or local group at any society conference or published in any of its journals. And preference for this award is given to people under the age of 35. And the Guy Medal in bronze is awarded to Professor Ming Huan for his theoretical and methodological contributions to high-dimensional statistical inference, machine learning, and non-parametric and semi-parametric estimation problems. These include his paper on the group lasso model selection and estimation in regression with grouped variables, with Y. Lin, published in the Series B of the journal in 2006, and 2 further papers in Series B of the Society's journal in 2007. Ming Wan is here to receive his award. Please come up to the podium. And next, the Guy Medal in silver. The silver medal is awarded annually to any fellow for a paper or papers of special merit, communicated to the Society at its ordinary meetings or published in any of the journals. The Guy Medal in silver is awarded to Jianqing Fan for his seminal papers, Sure Independent Screening for Ultra-High Dimensional Feature Space and Large Covariance Estimation by Thresholding Principal Orthogonal Components, read to the Society in 2008 and 2013, respectively. His path-breaking research in high-dimensional statistical learning and inferences, important contributions to parametric and semi-parametric statistics, and his service to the international statistical community. Jan King Fan is here to receive his award. Please come up to collect it. And finally, we come to the Guy Medal in Gold. The Guy Medal in Gold is awarded to a Fellow of the Society judged to have merited a signal mark of distinction by reason of innovative contributions to the theory or application of statistics. The Guy Medal in Gold is awarded to Professor Bradley Efron in recognition of his hugely influential contributions to both theoretical and applied statistics. He has made seminal contributions to many areas of statistics, including empirical Bayes analysis, the analysis of survival data, applications of differential geometry to statistical theory, and analysis of multiple testing problems in inference for gene expression data. He is best known for his introduction of the bootstrap method of statistical inference. His work is characterized by its depth, simplicity of presentation, geometric insights, and by a desire to understand statistical procedures from both frequentist and Bayesian perspectives. You're an inspiration to us all. Please come up to receive your award.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you. It's nice to get an award that's older than oneself. In the 120 years since the medal was first struck, you can see from the statement that statistics was basically a collection of very useful numerical methods. And in that 120 years, it's gone from that into a fully principled theory of scientific inference that pretty much dominates how science is done these days. And a very large percentage of that work has gone on under the auspices of the Royal Society, Royal Statistics Society. And so my congratulations to all tonight's awardees and my sincere thanks to the Society.
Well, let me add my congratulations to all of our recipients of awards this evening. It's great that so many of you were able to come. I'd also like, in closing, to thank our sponsors, PSI for the Excellence Award in Pharmaceutical Industry, and the UK Statistics Authority for the Official Statistics Excellence Award. So I think now I'd like to close our proceedings, formal proceedings here, and invite you to join me and officers of the Society at a reception which is about to begin shortly. Please also have a look at the wonderful range of posters that we've got in the hall if you haven't done so already. But thank you very much for coming, and congratulations once again to everyone who's won something this evening.